at evafm.com or call 07811 659 364. That's 07811 659 364. Serving the community, 102.5 Eva FM.
Greeting you back on the opposite side. Don't forget, this is Eva FM 102.5 on your FM frequency. And I'm pleased. I'm so ecstatic right now because I've got the man J Calm live and direct in the Eva studio alongside of my co-producer as well, Veej. How you doing, Veej?
I'm all right. It's been a little while still, right?
Yeah, of course it is.
It's been a while.
It's been a while, but
amazing music. We're here. We've got an amazing artist.
Brilliant,
J Calm. Looking forward. His album's amazing.
Amazing.
All right. So we're live. Remember, guys, we're live on our Facebook, our YouTube channel. We're also live on 102.5. We're live on DAB. Guys, check it out, right? Here we go. But right now, Attraction, you've done an introduction. Let's bring in Mr. J Calm right now. Hopefully we've got no... Hi, bro. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, man.
Okay, good.
How you doing, J Calm?
I'm doing well. I'm honored to be here with you guys. I'm doing well.
You're doing well, because I tell you something, you have got a splendid album out there, and the album is just worldwide. That's what I love about the album, and I love what you're doing. Now, let's start off with a little bit of history, right? Because I know that, you're born in Jamaica, and you're born and raised in Jamaica, and a lot of people don't think you come from Jamaica. So tell us a little bit about your story.
Yeah, so I'm born and raised in Jamaica, as you said. I'm from parish Clarendon, raised with my grandmother and my aunt. They're the true people behind who I am today. I figured people wouldn't really, hear the Jamaicanness within my music, or even figure that I'm Jamaican. But I am. But yeah, I think one of the main reasons why that is because one of my main influence growing up is R&B music.
Right.
So I listened to a lot of R&B music growing up. I listened to a lot of hip hop, just like a mixture of genres growing up, but still having a bit of reggae and dancehall influence because of my environment.
Right.
So yeah, that's basically it.
Yeah. So when did you discover that you had this talent for, having this musical energy? Because I do know that you make beats, and you sit at home and you've been producing a lot of music at home. So, so tell us a little bit about that.
So I began doing that in high school, actually, where it was basically like just an obsession. Just like at first I was just curious about music production, and basically over the time I just became more obsessed. So I started making beats on my phone with I don't remember what the software is, but that's where I originally started doing production. And you have the internet, and as a kid, you're gonna be fascinated about what's on there. So my main thing was just to basically figure out what is music production, and what's a music producer. All of these questions came flooding in my mind at the age of 13, and I just started venturing out in what these terms are, what's the music, what's the behind the scenes of every single track, and yeah, that's basically from the 7th grade onward. I just basically became so obsessed with music production, and I just started getting hands on it. you know.
Right. So how do you balance the two now with your? Because I do understand that you with your schooling and your graduation and stuff like that. How do you balance the two?
It wasn't really balanced, you know. It wasn't really balanced. I get a lot of like lecturing about, having an education first, and that's like your priority. But I managed to just have music as a hobby. So
Okay.
every now and then, every time I come home from school, I do my assignments, or late in the night before I go to bed, I'll just like um find out what a 808 is, and how I use this and that. So it's just more, it's mainly just like a hobby. Most people have Call of Duty or them PS4 for go home to, but for me it was just music.
Yeah, man. So
Yeah.
you're a young man, right? You're 18, right? You're making waves out there, right? A lot of big following follow you, right? How did it all happen? When did you know this thing's serious? When did you know this thing's serious? It's proper. Cans. Hello? You frozen? Hello? Can you hear us? Oh, his internet's gone. Attraction.
Oh.
Okay. So, yo, you're back. Can you hear us now?
Yeah, I can hear you. I
froze.
can hear
So go back. So now you know things are serious. How did you know when it was like, yo, this is proper? I'm making noise.
you. Honestly, when I heard that I was on Obama's summer playlist last year, that was really like
Okay.
a sudden like realization. Like, okay, my music basically reached uh the president or the former president, and I don't even know how it reached there, but it reached there. So
Wow.
that's when I actually like realized, like, okay, this is kind of serious right now.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
So that's when it became real. It started to come down in you and say, yo, I'm gonna make it out here, because right now your Instagram, everywhere you're looking, everything, the figures are looking really, really good. You got a big following, like you're from your TikTok to your Instagram, everything's nice, you know what I mean? So you've dropped a couple, and how's the new album doing?
Well, the debut album is doing really, 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 really well. I'm not expecting it to do this well, but it's garnered over like 10 million streams so far.
Wow.
That's
So
massive. That's a massive. That's
Come
yeah,
on, bro.
thank you.
You're doing it out there, Mr. J Calm,
Yeah,
Eva FM, you know what I'm saying? 10
yo,
million
this crazy
streams.
thing, bro.
Yo.
wow. Wow.
So yeah, and is
Can
it
you hear me?
global streams, or is it more where you're from in Caribbean or Jamaica, or is it you're getting a lot of traction outside of there as well?
Yeah, it's more global.
Okay.
There's a lot of traction from places like Africa, Europe,
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
And there's places in America, different states in America that's tuning in. Um, Different places in Canada, different places in Australia, and just recently the Latin community as well is tapping in a
Wow.
bit. Yeah.
Mm.
So I'm
That's
really
massive.
grateful for all that. Yeah, yeah.
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 Have you done any live shows?
Um, Not yet. I've performed a few times locally, you know, but I haven't done any like live shows per se, So but there's a couple coming up, so I'm really excited for that as well,
Okay.
you know.
Mm.
Anywhere
So
special?
so you have so you have the UK, you have
UK.
Birmingham and London.
London.
Yeah, yeah, and there's a few other places. I'm not sure yet, but I know that Birmingham and London is
Wow.
secure.
Wow. Wow.
So you
You know,
must reach the Eva FM studio. You must visit us. We're not far from Birmingham. We're in
of
Leicester.
course,
Yeah, man.
of course, of course,
Yeah,
of course, of course. I plan
Yeah,
to.
definitely. You know something now, when it comes, you know, J-Com, when it comes to this album now, yeah, I can see that you know, you put a lot of work into the album, because you can tell that there is something for everybody on there. Different styles of genre, of styles, you know, like the Afrobeat, and, you know, I like the way you've put it all together. Yeah. And
Yeah.
why did you call the album Niche as well?
So basically, I called it niche because of the fact that it's my debut album. It's my first album,
Right.
right? And the term niche for me basically represents the beginning of something, or rather the discovery of something new for me. So basically, in short, it's basically me discovering myself. That's what it really represents. You know, discovering my sound and discovering who J-Com really is, you know,
Mm,
to his
mm.
fans and to the world.
I do know that you do a lot of writing, songwriting as well, you know, because I know that you do a lot of writing. Did you write most of the tracks on the album, or every track on the album?
Yeah, every single one of them, actually. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, Call My Name is the main track from the album, right? Now, I I was talking to you know, your management, and he says that you was going to hook up with Sean Paul and do a remix of it.
Yeah. Yep.
So
Yeah.
tell us a
That's
little bit about the remix, and how did you connect with Sean Paul?
so. I met him at a music conference in Kingston, actually, and you know, funny enough, he already knew about me, you know, but he
Mm.
didn't
Okay.
recognize the face at
That's
yeah.
massive. Massive.
Yeah, he didn't recognize the face at first, but the more I started talking to him, and the more he actually realized, and then I show him like a couple of my contents, he probably found. He's like, wait, you know,
Mm, mm,
and
mm,
that's really established. I really established the connection with him, and from then onwards, we kind of just, you know, bonded
mm.
as two.
Right. So is the remix out now?
No, it's not. It's not, but it will be soon. Currently, Sean's team is working on it. I'm working on it to, you know, give it a proper.
We know it's official. We can see it on your Instagram. You know what I'm saying? You're in the studio with
yeah,
Mandem, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Making it out there. What's it like meeting someone
Is
like
it?
Sean Paul and being on a song with Sean Paul? Okay. Yeah, you know, having J Calm in the studio Attraction is absolutely amazing. Obviously, we're talking from Jamaica and back right now, so we've got a bit of a lag. There is a little bit going on here. I don't know why, but you're back here. What's it like? Coming back to that
Yeah.
question, what's it like being in the studio with Sean Paul?
It's really unexpected because he's actually like, nah, like he's actually like a geek at music, you know. So
Okay.
it's really unexpected, but he's like a very passionate person about music, you know. He's not really that, like, he's like just cool and calm in a sense. So it's
Right.
yeah,
Right.
it's an amazing process. Yeah.
Right. You know something, I have to ask you about this as well. Now, you know, obviously you hooked up with Tony Kelly, the great Tony Kelly. And you know, I couldn't stop laughing every time I look at the video, and he saw you and he's sitting in his chair, and he saw you, you know, busting some rhythm, and you know, everything was history. I couldn't believe it. I was in tears, you know what I mean? But that has helped push the single, you know. And you know, was that made up, or was it, you know, it did that really happen?
It's froze just a little bit, but yeah, I'm sure we'll come back soon. Yeah, we're just gonna give it a little while.
Yeah, before he comes back in.
Yeah, he just comes back in. The thing's just frozen a little bit. I don't know why. We've kind of just froze.
Don't forget, this is Eva FM, and we're talking to J Calm live and direct.
He's making noise right now. His
With the
debut
album
is so massive. If you guys haven't got it, go get Niche. Go get Niche, the album. So yeah, you're back. I know we've got probably there's a bit of a lag because of the internet, but it's all good. You're here with us.
Let me go back to that question. The video with Tony Kelly. Yeah. How did that come about? Because did that happen for real, or was it just a gimmick thing?
So I don't have it as a gimmick thing because he actually didn't know about the song, and it was actually unexpected because
we've just lost the brother for a little while. You back? Go on.
Wait, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, good. Yeah, all right. Yeah, so as I was saying, that was actually one of the first time I've ever met Tony, and that day I was just basically like previewing some stuff, So yeah, it's a content. It's made to basically be a content, but the reaction of it was actually real, because he didn't know of the song. He never heard it before, so that was actually his first time hearing it, and he didn't even know I was Jamaican when I was actually in the studio with him. He thought I was from America, or I had Jamaican parents in America.
I loved it though. I absolutely loved it because it came across so well, that you're there doing your thing, and next minute, the great Tony Kelly sitting there listening to you in the background, and he's like, it's like, when something hits you, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
As they say, when music hits, you feel no pain.
You feel no pain. Want to give a massive shout out going out to Reggae Interviews, who's locked in as well, who's listening in. So hold tight, DJ 745 right now as well. So yeah, all of this is happening for you, fast and furious. There's a UK tour. You're 18. Did you ever think this would ever happen? Like,
never in a never. Never. Yeah.
Well done. You know what I mean?
Music wasn't even really my actual, like, I didn't really have it as a career. I loved it a lot, but I never thought of it as like a business. So I never really thought of reaching this far in it. You get what I'm saying? So
what was your intended career, shall we say?
I actually didn't have one.
Okay.
I actually didn't have. I was clueless in high school. I was just basically going with the flow. I'm a very artistic person, so like architecture was something that I was considering, but I wasn't sure about it. So I was just going with the flow throughout high school. Never really had a plan. Yeah.
Right. You never really had a plan, but you know what? With this album here, you are doing big things around the world right now, and it's so good. So, when you're actually now producing music now at home, what is the formula? What's the method that you go through?
So usually, it would start off with just like a melody or some form of melody. You know what I mean? And then over time, our brain just kind of hears stuff to go along with that melody. And then the writing process comes in. But like in general, I can't even really describe it because it's kind of all over the place. It's not structured. So sometimes I just hear a line or a verse and it pops up in my head and I just record it on my phone. Then I go to my MacBook and try to bring that to reality. But there's not really a structured way. Sometimes it's the beat, sometimes it's just my brain goes off.
You know something, the album is sensational. You know, and I sometimes think to myself, you sat in your bedroom and most of the album came from inside a room, you know, and stuff like that. You know, I know that you move from one place to another place, you know what I mean? Like from Clarendon to Portmore. So how did you sort it out? How did you manage the change?
Um, so it's kind of it wasn't that bad of a change. It wasn't that hectic, I should say. It wasn't really that hectic, you know, but it had to happen because Kingston is like the where everything is, you know. But it wasn't that hectic of a change. You get
Right.
what I'm saying? Yeah.
Right. Obviously, you've been, you know, hooked up with Tony Kelly now. So, do you have any future works coming with Tony Kelly?
Yeah. Actually, we're currently working on an EP right now. It's not done as yet, but it's in the works.
Okay, so
Um,
making.
and there's a couple other singles along that line, but yeah, we have a lot in store. You know, Tony is like
Right.
a universe. You just go there and you learn, and you know
I,
find new
I
stuff.
can guarantee you must learn a lot from Mr. Kelly himself.
Yeah, like a lot about the music industry, a lot about the business aspects of it, a lot about the artistic aspects of it, the history behind dancehall and reggae as well,
Right.
even things outside of music. Yeah.
So as you touched up on dancehall and reggae and the history, right? What do you think the state of reggae and dancehall is right now? How are you finding it?
It's I think it's kind of in a weird stage for me personally.
Okay.
It's like it's still in a discovery stage to me.
Okay.
I don't know how to put it. It's like there's still a lot of stuff that's coming up to the surface and a lot of new ideas. So there's not really a set. I don't think there's really a set foundation or a set sound for either genre. So I think it's kind of still in the experimental stage, to be honest.
Absolutely. Yeah, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Because there's a
But
lot of world music right now. We're seeing a lot of fusion. The beats have changed up heavily from the original kind of dancehall, the rhythm. They're still there, don't get me wrong, but we're seeing a lot of different styles, right? Attraction as well.
Definitely. You know what I mean? They're fusing a lot of music together. And I can see that you're very successful in doing that on this album.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, the connection was lost.
Okay, so Attraction was talking about the fusion. We're talking about fusioning of music from Africa, UK, Jamaica, the dancehall rhythm. So you've done quite well on your album with that. So what has influenced you? What kind of influences you? What do you listen to?
That's a tricky question because I listen to everything.
But there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. Anything specific? Come on.
Recently I've been listening to a lot of like hip hop.
Okay.
And a lot of Afro beats, and I'm a piano as well.
Yeah, man. I'm a piano.
That's
the
so
Zulu
massive.
vibe. Yeah,
That's
man.
so
Massive.
That's
massive.
so massive.
Massive.
Yeah.
So have you getting a lot of traction from Africa right now?
Yeah, there's a lot of traction from Nigeria. Shout out to Nigeria. I love y'all in Nigeria. There's a lot of traction all around the continent actually, from all over like Sierra Leone, Malawi, Uganda,
Wow.
South Africa. Yeah, so there's a lot of traction here and there all around the continent,
Wow.
Yeah.
You know something? I am so glad that you have took the time out, and from the time I messaged you, I was so surprised that you got back to me, and I was so ecstatic to know that, you know, you've got back to me, and we're in the UK pushing this album like crazy because the album is so good. It appeals to everybody. You know what I mean? So if everybody wanted to hook you up on social media, where can they hook you up on?
So you can find me at JCom Official on IG, JCom Official on TikTok, JCom Official on YouTube. So JCom Official everywhere.
JCom official everywhere.
Where?
We love
Wow.
it.
Wow.
And when are you coming to the UK? Any dates? Are they in mind?
Sometime hopefully, it's still a bit uncertain, but hopefully in July.
Oh
Sometime in
wow.
July.
So is
Yeah.
this an exclusive you're telling us? Does anyone else know about this?
Yeah. Shh, don't
Okay, we're telling the world. Eva FM, JCom, coming UK, tearing down the place in July.
Wow.
Let us know because we'll come and see you at the event as well.
Wow.
Yeah,
And that's
definitely.
a must.
Yeah, definitely a must. So any final words you'd like to say to our listeners? We're going to go into a commercial in literally a couple of minutes. So yeah, what would you like to say, JCom?
Stay calm.
Stay calm.
Stay calm. Yeah.
And get the album Niche because it's mad.
Brilliant. People out there, go out there, support this album. It's a great album. And I'm so honored to have JCom on my show, the home of brand new music right here in Leicester. Eva FM 102.5. You've been a great star. I know that your future is going to be very bright, JCom, you know?
And the other thing is, hopefully, when you do come to the UK, we will have you live in the studio talking to JCom as well. When you come to the UK, I was saying, you're going to come to the studio and we can have a real talk. I know we've had connections. Sometimes the connection ain't great, but this is Eva FM. We've got 30 seconds before we go into the commercials and we go off the stream. But thank you so much, right, Attraction?
Thank you very much, JCom.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure. Respect and good luck with the future. You know, it's good to see a young man doing so well.
Yeah, believe.
Yeah, man. Bless up, my bro. Thank you so much for coming in and helping us out. All right, peace.
All right.
Attraction, what did you think of that?
EAVA, sharing the richness of cultures. This